Malcolm Turnbull was in Western Sydney today, Bill Shorten on the Barrier Reef, but we can reveal tonight that Western Sydney will soon be seeing a lot of both of them as Labor breaks with tradition and returns to the Keating era, with the party's official campaign launch to be held in our west.
Bill Shorten gets to see under the sea.
This is excellent, yeah.
And from boats to trains.
This is the best way to get around.
Malcolm Turnbull takes another ticket to ride back to Western Sydney.
Hey mate, good to see you. Thank you. Yeah, great to be here. Nice to see you. Good to see you.
Taking the street walk in Penrith with Lindsay MP Fiona Scott, he controversially cancelled in the first week of the campaign, meeting a man with a rat in his hat.
How old is your rat?
He's 2.5.
Okay.
The reception was mostly positive,
How are you?
but not entirely.
What about aged care, Mr Turnbull?
That's right.
He's a blue blood. He doesn't relate to ordinary folks that live in this area.
7 News can reveal Bill Shorten plans to capitalise on that negative perception by having his official campaign launch on Sunday, June 19 in Penrith, where he took the same street walk just 10 days ago.
Good to see you here, mate. I'm telling you.
Every launch since 2004 has been in Brisbane, but Mr Shorten will break from that tradition, making Western Sydney the focus of his bid for government, knowing the clutch of marginal seats in that traditional election battleground will have a big say in the outcome on election night.
Oh, yes.
From Western Sydney to the top of Australia. Today, Bill Shorten's trying to win votes by saving the Barrier Reef.
1, 2, 3. Oh, wow.
Hoping to make a splash, promising $500 million to save the coral reefs.
We're backing the reef. Mr Turnbull's backing the big end of town.
Malcolm Turnbull says Labor's playing catch-up.
We have increased funding for the protection of the reef in the last budget.
Back on the trail after last night's leaders' debate, the only hotspot, a clash over asylum seekers.
Australians cannot trust Labor to keep the border secure.
Shame on you, Mr Turnbull, for what you just said. The people smugglers, you say...
For telling the truth.
I didn't interrupt you, but feel free to go ahead.
Ending with this takedown.
I genuinely lead my party, whereas your party genuinely leads you.
Plenty more of that to come. It's week 4 of 8, but in a traditional campaign today would only be day 1.
And Mark Riley joins us tonight from Cairns. Mark, what do you make of Bill Shorten's decision to launch his campaign in Western Sydney?
Well, Mark, the strategy is pretty clear here. Bill Shorten saying that he is at home with average Australians in Western Sydney, while Malcolm Turnbull is more comfortable with the Silvertails at the big end of town. It's almost 20 years since any leader launched their campaign in Western Sydney. The last was John Howard in the GST election of 1998, which he almost lost. The last Labor leader to do it was Paul Keating in Bankstown in 1993 in the original GST election, which he only just won. So those elections, like this one, were battles for the battler. And what Bill Shorten is trying to say here is that he's the battler's boy up against the banker. Mark?
Yeah, shaping up as a very important region. Mark Riley, thank you.